Hi, it's Ishita Gupta from ishitagupta.com, and today's video is about the ego. Dun, dun, dun. For many years of my life, even to this day, I have been curious about the ego, which is to say why we have an ego, what drives our ego, sort of what's behind our ego, and humility. And being a humble person, because oftentimes I've thought they were different things, not two parts of the same thing, which actually I've come to learn that they are. So today's video is really about the benefits of having a healthy ego, because you totally need to have a healthy ego, you guys. You need to have the things that come along with a healthy ego, which I associate as confidence, a healthy dose of, selfishness sometimes, a healthy dose of belief in yourself, in your own abilities, huge self-love. This to me is all comes part and parcel with an ego, along with the bad parts of the ego, right? Which are the tendency to go too far in the self-arrogance realm, or being narcissistic, or not being able to be compassionate or have empathy. So there's two sides to every coin. And today I wanted to share with you my thoughts on how my ego has hugely been helpful, and the downfall of the ego, and sort of the things that have led me to some embarrassing situations. Because here's the deal. In order to definitely be an entrepreneur, in order to live, a slightly more unconventional life, in order to pursue your dreams and the things that are in your heart and your soul, which are born not from ego, but from soul and from universe and from God, to do those things, you have to be able to have a healthy ego, okay? And you have to be able to explore the spectrum of what your ego can give you before you can then refine it back into an ego that works for you, and that's humble, and that's full of humility. You have to be able to look at, how can I do these big things in my life, harnessing my ego, not letting it go out of control, okay? When we get in trouble is when we let our ego go out of control. I've been in both situations, okay? So I wrote down, I've been practicing this exercise that James Altucher, who's a colleague, and he's a beautiful author and a writer, and we've had contact a few times. He's a great person, and his books have just helped me so much. And I'm taking into practice one of the things, which is making a list. He says, make a list every single day of, make a list every single day of 10 ideas. 10 ideas. And the point is, your ideas will then lead to opportunities, collaborations, partners, revenue, creativity, all the good things we want in our life, okay? So I made today 2 lists. One where my ego has really benefited me and allowed me to do amazing things in my life. The second is ways ego has gotten me into trouble. Hello. So let me find my lists. And I'm going to read you the reasons my ego, the things rather that my ego has given me that have led me to a beautiful life, and the ways it's gotten me into trouble. Let's go. Number 1, I work for myself and set my own hours. Why? Because I feel like I'm worth it enough to have a calm morning devoted just to me. My morning routine takes about 2.5 hours. I know, it's crazy. I'm trying to get it down a little bit, but it generally takes 90 minutes to 2 hours. And I want a calm morning devoted to me and what makes me feel strong. My meditation, my water, my inspirational reading, writing down 10 ideas, journaling, writing my gratitude list. These are the things that make me feel strong. I want time to do them, and I feel like I'm worth it enough to not have to go out and get a job, to not have to do a morning commute fritter away my precious morning time. Okay? Number 1. Then I'm worth it enough to revolve my entire day and life around things that make me feel good. Right? So I run a business based on the things that I have learned and the things that I want to teach people, and things that make me feel good and lessons I've learned. Some would say that's pretty egotistical, right? This is what you run your business on? Yeah, this is what I run my business on. And guess what? If I'm being myself and I'm doing what makes me happy, that's what's going to make the world happy. So number 3, to build a business entirely around messages I feel are important. and feel are important enough to spread. I spread messages. That's what I do. Hopefully, to me, these are great, important messages of fulfilling your potential, learning how to be confident, learning how to sell, learning how to have an ego, healthy ego. To me, these are messages where we all need to learn how to solve our own problems in life. That's how I've had to live, right? That's what I want to spread. To me, it's important enough to devote my entire life to it. Some would call that ego-filled. I say that's my healthy ego letting me do it. Number 4, creating a life of purpose and passion and fun based around me and the lessons I've had to learn, which in turn then help other people. It has to start here, okay? Number 5, I've interviewed some amazing people for Fearless Magazine and have become great friends with them, like brilliant people, great people. Number 6, I have some of the most respected friends and mentors in my inner circle. These people are no joke. They are amazing, huge impact, and they're close friends of mine and mentors, and I am so grateful. That's because I've been confident enough and had a healthy enough egos to feel like I was worth it enough to be friends and have friends like this and add value to their lives. Without a healthy ego, you can't do what you want to do being a mouse, okay? Like a mouse. Okay, number 7, I speak on stage and have been able to speak my message and speak the messages I feel are important, which has really allowed me to be in my element, and I love it, okay? Again, you can't speak on stage by being a little mouse. You have to have some dynamism. Healthy dynamism comes from healthy ego. Number 8, allowed me to be a great and dynamic speaker and speak to lots of people. All right, that's toot my own horn a little bit, but guess what? I love speaking. I'm good at it, right? Everyone could use a little improvement, but I feel like I have a flair, right? And you need that in this world. Otherwise, how is anyone else going to jump on board to your message if you're not enthusiastic enough, if you don't have enough unique flair to believe in it, okay? Number 9, allowed me to learn from and connect to a mentor of mine, / Nobel Peace Prize winner, Dr. Lown. He invented the heart defibrillator, the thing that, the paddles. And I had the chance to interview him and work with him for a full year, learning from him. What? It was crazy. It was like the best year of my life / hardest year, because being around high-level people is not easy. Number 10, segueing into that, allowed me to work with Seth Godin and get into that initial program that he launched, the 6-month MBA, because I felt like I belonged there. Even though I didn't skill-wise, soul-wise, I knew that was made for me. Truly, I knew I had to be there. There was like no question that I needed to do that and that I was going to do it. Number 11, had the guts to work with the best of the best. So Mark Ostow, who's a photographer in Boston, Dr. Lown, heart defibrillator, Steve McCurry, the guy who, the photographer rather, who photographed the Afghan girl on National Geographic and then photographed her 30 years later. I worked with him, right? Because I wanted to, and I called him and I said, I need to work with you. I will help you, okay? And then Seth. So I always wanted to associate myself with the best of the best. That's pretty egotistical, right? I don't want to be with just anyone in the world or work with anyone in the world or learn from anyone. I want to learn from the best. Number 12, allowed me to focus on wealth creation and earning a lot of money because I believed I deserved it. And I believed I could do it, right? Even at the lowest of the low, even if I didn't know how, I knew that somehow I would. That's ego. Number 13, I believed in myself since I was a young kid enough to withstand social pressures, family pressures, relationship pressures, career pressures. I've been through all of those and the ringer, and you need to have an ego to be able to withstand that, to believe in yourself enough to do what you need to do. It looks like I have 23 things here that my ego has led me to, and this is going to be a massively long video. So just bear with me. I think you're going to enjoy it. Okay, number 14, it's allowed me to have and develop a strong intuition, which is my internal compass, and to trust myself. Without that, what do you have? Number 15, allowed me to feel like and be a leader, okay? To show people how they can solve problems and lead better lives, which in turn has allowed me to mentor others to change their lives if they want to, like I have. Solve your problems somehow. Okay, number 16, it's allowed me the confidence and the guts And the strength and perseverance and resilience. Hello, Dolly. That's a lot. That's a lot. It takes to lead an unconventional life. So I feel like I tend to do things my way, the way that I want them. That in and of itself is ego. But I believe it's important enough to work for that. And having an ego has given me persistence, resilience, strength, guts to do that. Number 17 allowed me to help my parents and siblings and extended family solve their own problems whenever things arise. Because I'm able to do it for myself, because I believe in myself, I can then help whoever may want to learn. A lot of people don't, by the way, including my family and friends. Number 18, it allows me to feel like an expert enough to work with my clients, my students in my group program, and to work with any of my, to put out my products that I put out there. No one is going to learn from you if you don't believe you're worth learning from. That's ego. That's not arrogance. That's not narcissism. That's a straight up belief in yourself, which you need. So don't knock it if you feel it. Number 19, it allows me to put out content like these videos, to create videos for you guys, to write newsletters each week that I believe people should read. Yeah, I'm going to say it. If you want help solving problems, if you want confidence, if you want to feel good about yourself, I talk about that. So I'm going to say it. And I'm going to say, yeah, I think these videos can help you if you're going through something. That's not a bad thing, is it? That's not a bad thing. If you had the cure for cancer, wouldn't you tell everyone you loved? Right? In some virtual, universal way, I do love you guys, right? I do. We're all connected. So why wouldn't I share the best of the best and how I've changed my own life with you? I will. I always will. And I should always be able to say that. So if people resonate with you and they really need help, don't be afraid to say what it is you can do for them. You're the best. You're the best. Number 20, it allows me to solve my own problems and live life the way that I want. Number 21, I feel freedom, ease, and happiness in my life because it's on my terms, not anyone else's. And I believe it's worth it enough I'm worth it enough to live life on my terms. Okay? Does that mean I don't have fear or doubt or embarrassment? No, all the time. Every day is hard. Okay? And every day also feels better when I am in control. Number 22, your mileage will vary with this one depending on how spiritual you are, allowed me to connect to God and the universe and receive guidance and help because I believe I'm worth it enough and I'm a part of the universe and it's my partner in crime and I deserve that universal wisdom and guidance because I'm working in partnership with the universe. Number 23, to make change, to inspire, to create, to lead, to help. That's what I want to do in this world, okay? I would hope that's what other people want to do in this world too. And yes, create wealth and make money and sustain myself and live a beautiful life and travel in that. But it starts with those things. And having an ego has been not useful, imperative to doing every single one of these things, okay? So what's my point? The bottom line point here is if you have a healthy ego, do not knock it. It is not a bad thing. It is a beautiful thing if you harness it for the right purposes, if you harness it in the right way. Yeah, you'll make some mistakes along the way. You'll blow up, have a really big ego-filled moment. So what? You'll learn from that, just like I have. I've had a ton of those moments, which I'm going to share with you. Which I'm going to share with you, but it doesn't matter, okay? Those need to happen. The point, harness your ego, use it when you can, refine it when you need to, use it to do the things that you're here to do, and don't be afraid of it, okay? You need to have confidence. You need to have parts of your ego, get blown up for you to learn. You need to use your ego to stand out in this world. It's not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. Makes you who you are, okay? And if you don't have one, start developing and exercising that muscle, okay? And I think what I'm going to do is do a separate video about the top 10 ways, probably more than 10, that my ego has really blown up my life, okay? This is probably the funnier video of the lot because I've just had some terribly embarrassing moments because I've been full of ego. So that's in another video, which I'm going to do for you guys right now. But again, like this video, please, if you like it. Leave me a comment below. And for all of this and more, only my newsletter subscribers really get the best stuff that I have to offer, because I love you guys. And you can't make content for the entire world, right? You got to do it for the people that want it. You guys are the ones that want it. And so I always appreciate that. So sign up at ishitagupta.com, because you will get tips, tricks, deals, love, all sorts of good stuff when you sign up there. Okay? I will talk to you guys soon on the next video. Bye.